but it was fun. It was a little
Okay.
bit later in night for my
Tastes.
taste, yeah.
I'm gonna safely assume you don't stay up too late at night, do you?
No.
Gotcha.
Normally I can do midnight if I have had caffeine that day, and potentially a nap at 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay.
Normally by 2 a.m., I'm just mean, grouchy, and snippy.
As one
I
would
do
be
not
at
like
2
myself
a.m.
at 2 a.m. with no sleep.
Thanks.
Yeah. That sounds like my usual workday.
Okay, crap. I wish I remembered exactly which store was the ingredients store.
Like for the supermarket?
Yeah.
It's on the other district, right by closer to the tower.
Okay.
Yeah, so Shisenkai. And then it's gonna be on your left. Right next to the stone. That stone exactly.
Well, hello. We recommend. Can you hold? So that's what you. Can you hold?
That's actually pretty interesting dialogue.
Oh yes, so deep.
Indeed is a deep stone.
It's
The downcast stone.
downcast.
It's what remains of whatever Osaka Castle was there.
It was dropped, so it wasn't used because they thought it was cursed or something.
I mean, wouldn't surprise me. You know how they are with their superstitions.
All right, let's.
I mean, because I think they have like a demon for anything that's like out of the ordinary.
and even for things that are explicitly ordinary.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, look up to your left with the life raft. There's your takoyaki pillow.
On why?
Because yes,
Where is it?
What are you looking
it's
for?
by that
Behind Futaba.
right by your feet.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
This should be helpful. What are you selling?
It's always fun to collect the items when you see the RV like slowly getting more.
Cramped.
See,
Like
the
stuff you
items,
trap.
I usually can't figure out where they were. Where they put them.
Yeah.
It's like spot the difference, and I'm really bad at it.
Oh, you know that book of I Spy?
You want this? Thanks a
Where's
bunch.
Waldo?
How many would you like? You thanks a bunch.
Man, that's
How
a
many would you
that's a
like?
toughie.
You thanks a bunch.
Some
I
say
Especially-
he's still
do
hiding.
a book of sort of Disney I Spy when I was in vision
How
therapy.
many would you like? You thanks a bunch.
Oh yeah.
You thanks a bunch.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. Especially,
You thanks a bunch. How many would you
I'm
like?
assuming for
You
that
thanks.
context, you know, they want you to try to find certain objects or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was like the town square from Beauty and the Beast, and it was find the baker and the bookseller and this one sheep in this one position, and a horse pushing a buggy, and
Actually,
Alright, time to stuff our faces, everyone.
I don't know if you ever saw those, like the books where everything in the book is like made of junk. Like you might have a train and it's made out of a whole bunch of different just pieces of garbage that cobble together to look like a train, and then it'll ask you to find certain things, like find the paperclip, and somewhere on this train, a
Oh,
paperclip makes up a piece of it.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
And I would find most of them, and then get to the last one, and could never find the last one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about, actually.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, it was like, I think it was called I Spy or something. And it was just,
Yo!
Yeah, it's probably one of those books. Oh, careful, because there is another... Yeah, sushi that takes crab as well.
Yep,
so.
I was onto
Won't
it.
that be kind of difficult? Phew, impossible. I'm in your
Just for me. Well, I mean, he did ask you for that recipe, so...
Man's a psychopath.
Won't that
Hey,
be kind of-
he gave you the recipe, and he was appreciative that you did it for him.
He's still a psychopath.
To be fair, nothing is normal about Yusuke.
Absolutely not.
Oh, look, Linda, it's your favorite character.
Yeah.
I knew.
Alright. So, now that that's done, it looks like... Okay, you know what? Let's see what the crazy child has to say.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
She's not really a... Is she a child?
Your new self.
She's the youngest sibling.
Yeah, but
So
she
far.
never really say the age. Like,
Until
I don't know,
Persona
I'm not
6 and you're being taught by a toddler.
Power. Choose which.
I wouldn't rule it
That'd be
out,
interesting.
frankly. Like, it would be dumb to rule out that kind of chicanery from this game series.
Sooner or later, you're gonna be looking at a microscope at a fetus or something.
wow.
Bye, guys. It's been fun.
No, it'll be an old man.
Okay,
It's
I
like-
thought it wouldn't let me skip it at first. I thought it was a fusion accident. No, I was just pressing
I
the
am
wrong
confused
button.
at what I just saw.
Two monsters to make one stronger monster.
Mm-hmm. Basically, they were put into Iron Maidens to crush their spirits out. And once the spirits were out, we managed to
It
put...
seems that it can gain new power.
Oh my god.
Yes, but you can't take my explanation of Kingdom Hearts, Cameron.
Choose.
Yes. You
'Cause
can't
I really
blame me
don't
for
think it's
that.
that much weirder.
Okay, Kingdom Hearts has been infinitely weirder whenever you look around you, you see Donald Duck, Goofy, and Mickey Mouse.
May
That's
not
the
be
best part. Yuck.
No, like, Kingdom Hearts would be a lot
That's
easier
actually
to
a good
accept
impression,
without
good
the
job.
Disney characters.
But
I mean,
then
think
we
about-
wouldn't have they'll pay for this moments.
I mean, to be fair, this is not one of the same game series where in one place you'd have Cloud, Sora, Goofy, and Jack Sparrow. Then
Duck
side by
is
side with
saying
each
the
other.
quote, Sora, it's Sephiroth.
Oh, jeez.
That is a Donald Duck line.
That sounds
But
so
then
cursed!
we have the Duke of Wesselton next to Duke Weaselton.
Okay, now
Actually,
you're
they
talking
might
Frozen.
have. No, actually, I mean, they have Frozen in the third one, but he doesn't show up at all.
Frozen, perhaps one of the most disappointing Disney worlds in a long time, at least story-wise.
Isn't it just the
You can
story?
really tell that Disney had their fingers
Well,
in
to
put
be
that
fair-
world in.
Here's a. Well, I have a theory with that, because I was pretty underwhelmed with that one, but I think the way it was structured,
The story was supposed to be different, but Disney meddled.
well,
So they just sort of
not
had to
ex-
salvage
well,
from their assets.
Not exactly, because originally Frozen was supposed to be something else, different
I'm
entirely.
talking about Frozen Kingdom Hearts 3 specifically, right?
No, yeah, because
Yeah.
the way they had it set up, it feels more like Elsa being the villain, and that was supposed to be the case for when Frozen was originally made, because Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced when Frozen was coming out, or was being ready to be made to come out. But
Yeah.
the issue is
They
that,
had to restart assets long after Frozen came out.
well, I mean, but what I'm saying is, when Disney made Frozen,
You guys are
they-
just making
they
this
swapped
even more
stories.
confusing.
Can you let me
The thing
explain?
is,
We're
the
just talking-
original
This doesn't even have anything to do
that
with the games
Frozen
with you.
was
It's just
based
background
off
stuff.
the character of Elsa was the villain.
Thank you. Yes, because Elsa was supposed to be the villain, the actual Snow Queen, but then
Yeah.
after they sang the pivotal song "Let It Go," when Adina Menzel sang that song, they're like, you know what? Let's change the story up. Let's make her the more sympathetic, character,
certainly
and
a
put another
change.
guy as the villain. So they changed the entire story entirely, and I wouldn't be surprised if the game
The
was going with
absolute
that one.
worst
Far off.
plot twist Disney has come out with.
No, yeah, I saw it from a mile away.
Does anyone else hear that? It sounds like...
Originally,
There was
we think that the Frozen world in Kingdom Hearts was going to the Heartless you fight at the end was going to be Elsa's darkness, but
Yeah.
in the final cut, it comes from Hans, and we
Which
think that that's
makes no
because
sense.
Disney wouldn't let Elsa even technically be the villain in Kingdom Hearts. So everything in that world is just really jarring and doesn't have any impact.
Well, again, because like the movie was supposed to be different than what it ended up being. So
So this
Like,
is
is it big-
I'm talking about the scenario that would have been in Kingdom Hearts, not the movie itself.
no, I know, but like this would have fit more if that was the case, though, because they have to follow what the movie.
No, it
had.
would have fit perfectly fine with what the movie already is, because Elsa is dealing with her, not to use Kingdom Hearts term, darkness in that movie.
Well, yeah, but she is
going
trying
for
to deal with
isolation,
who she
not
is.
going
on revenge, like.
It doesn't have
or
anything to do with
Or,
revenge.
not revenge.
Like,
but
we think it would have
rampage,
been she lost control of her darkness and we had to save her from it. That's what we think was going to be the Kingdom Hearts cut of the story.
What's that?
I mean, I
It
guess.
it sounds a lot more interesting than the next to nothing we got.
I mean, I guess. Either
Where we
way,
actually see the Frozen characters, which is both a blessing and a curse, I guess. Because the less time I have to spend with Olaf, the better.
I can see that.
Focus.
I am still of the opinion that Tangled is a better movie than Frozen.
no, Tingle has the better
I don't
plot.
think I haven't watched Tangled, but I like the Tangled world in Kingdom Hearts 3 a lot more.
No, Tangle has the better characters and plot. The only thing Frozen.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Frozen's a bad movie. I do enjoy Frozen. I think the only thing it
Fine.
has above it is just the music, because it's very.
Frozen's biggest problem is that it got too popular for its own good, so now I'm done with it. I don't want to see it anymore.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. Like, if it comes on, I'm not gonna like grate about it. Though I do recall like how Let It Go is like literally everywhere for a while.
Well, I guess it did kind of help Tangled
I can see it.
that
What's that?
like shortly after it came out, my family took a cruise to Hawaii, and like the only two movies that they showed on repeat on the cruise ship was Tangled and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Wow, that's
That's
like the.
yeah.
Part 1.
Well, yeah,
Part 2 hadn't come out yet.
Oh, okay.
that's quite the.
At the very least,
decision.
play the entire Harry Potter series. Like, what's the matter with that cruise?
What do you think they are?
could
ABC Family.
They could only afford the copyright of one Harry Potter movie.
So just go with the more recent one. I'm pretty sure everyone's up to date.
Yeah.
Still need to watch Harry Potter.
We would go back to the room, turn on the TV. It could be halfway through Tangled, and we would know exactly what had happened already.
Well, I mean, it's not like Tangled has a complicated plot.
You could
Nah.
also do that with
Like
Harry
subversion
Potter.
of the generic Rapunzel story. That's what I got from what I saw on page 3.
To an
Well,
extent.
yeah, it is based on the Rapunzel story.
Yeah.
Well, it's obviously based on the Rapunzel story, so it's named Rapunzel. It's very slight subversion. It seems to think it's being more subversive than it actually is, though.
I mean, that's what Deadpool was too. Deadpool thought it was being.
Smart because it's making fun of superhero movies.
Mhm.
When really.
Being a superhero movie with all of
I
the
mean-
trappings.
Yeah, it
Oh.
was all of the superhero tropes, except it took the time to point out that the tropes are cliche and tired and stuff too.
But didn't a superhero movie do something like this too, like a decade ago?
Potentially.
I mean, granted, it's just the only difference is that Deadpool was actually funny when they did it.
I
Whereas
thought that
superhero
was funny.
huh?
I liked the Deadpool movie.
No, I'm
It
saying
just
like,
wasn't as clever as I thought it was.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
that's kind of like the irony.
funny
of it,
but
like,
not clever is a good way to describe it.
Yeah, but I think it knows that it's not like anything like highbrow or like thinking that it's better than it's just because at the end of the day it's still a typical superhero origin movie. Yeah.
Well, no, that's the
Guy-
problem. It acts like it is a lot more than it is.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like it knows what it is.
I don't find it so much a problem. I just find it ironic that it thinks it's more than it is.
Yeah,
Because it's still a good movie. I enjoyed watching it. There's no particular part of Deadpool 1 that I dislike. It's It just seems to think that it's more than it is.
At least Deadpool 2 was more aware that, oh no, we're tropey as hell and we're proud.
So here's the thing though, I didn't like Deadpool 2 as much.
Really?
I've only seen Deadpool 2 like twice. I've seen the first Deadpool a lot more times. It
So
didn't.
here's a rough question for you,
What?
guys. Do you guys think that I should watch the Deadpool
No!
movie?
Hard no.
If you can't even handle like the cursing, then no.
Yeah.
Deadpool is very, very much rated R.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
Okay.
vulgar, violent, and
Get rattled in how vulgar and violent it is.
yeah. So you,
Sure did.
as fun as that movie is for us,
It's a
wouldn't
fun
recommend it for
movie,
you.
but you gotta be ready for what it is when you go in.
Yeah, it earns an R rating.
uh-huh.
Plus, you probably miss out on some of the pop culture references. Not gonna lie.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, I miss out on a lot of pop culture references, so...
Yeah, but not to the
doesn't
level
usually
Lynch
stop
would.
you from-
Like,
Anytime they make fun of a specific actor, I'm gonna miss it because I don't know the actors are. I just know who they're played.
that saves you a lot of problems, though.
I mean, yeah.
So clearly, I don't get it because I don't care enough for that one.
I see him as something that's, oh, it's the guy who played X character in a movie I already watched.
I don't know.
I mean, I really like weirding Andrew out by telling him what voice actors. Matt,
Bless you.
bless you.
Thank you.
Just because, like, I never hear it until you point it out, and I'm like, oh! It's not
Oh,
as jarring with actors because I can plainly see it's the same face.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't get fun of
um,
voice
okay,
actors.
How,
so Jesse
Scout,
Muggy and
Yeah.
Futaba, same actor.
No Man from Nowhere is the same voice actor as Winter, but with a southern western accent.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. It's kind of interesting
That
when you
is
put.
very fun.
Well, I mean, Winter was actually in this game, too. You missed her.
She was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the big sister of Edo Lucy.
Oh.
Yep.
Talking about Sai,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sai
Yeah,
is Winter
which is
Schnee
funny
from
'cause-
Ruby.
She's very Winter
Is she?
Schnee Ruby.
it's been so long since I've watched Ruby.
Oh
keep really
boy,
remembering.
were you missing out on so much right now?
Well, no, Andrew, like, got disinterested because it got dark. So he's like,
Oh yeah,
I'd
yeah.
come
You were.
back, but, like, I got a little disheartened because I like Ruby
Yeah.
when it's not being down in the dumps all the time.
Yeah.
okay, to be fair, the show should have given some kind of warning that it was about to take a turn.
Like, the first 3 seasons are super lighthearted, and then everything dies. And then they went.
Well, the fun
they-
part
they-
is
they
like,
try to like, okay, we're not going to be as much of a bummer anymore. Then from what I hear, they went back to bummer in the latest season. Like, do we
I-
really want to
dude,
do
it
that
never
again?
let up.
I mean, only
Like,
3
it never
people
let up.
died. Only
So
3.
far. But
No, I'm talking about the fall, man. I'm just
Yeah.
talking the fall.
Oh yeah. But I'm just saying like.
Actually, like, I heard a lot because one of those 3 was my favorite character at the time.
That's a lot of people. Yeah. I mean, because here's the thing, is like, this
I was
is saying,
super
like,
close
the
to dropping the
music
show
is-
right there because she was kind of carrying it for a while.
The funny part is, like, they say, like, the music is the warning because the music is a lot darker than the show really is, so they're like, oh, we should have seen this coming because
Okay,
of the
Jeff
way.
and Casey carried Ruby.
Well, that's the only
Yeah.
consistent thing for the entire run. Like, that I won't even lie. Music's always been top-notch.
It's like, I can use some dark themes in shows, but I don't want it to be dark all the time, always, pressing all the time, always.
Well, here's the thing. It could be done
Ruby
if-
sometimes feels like it's leaning that direction.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing.
Only
It
if
could
you
be done
disagree
well
with
if
Team
it's
Ruby. If you disagree
Huh?
with Team Ruby, you're a villain and need to be killed.
Huh?
done. That's something Cameron's been going through since like the last couple volumes.
Yeah.
Because
They-
in a
Fan
way,
reaction, or is this like how Team Ruby reacts to people?
no, this is how he thinks the writing in Ruby goes by this point.
This is so exciting.
It is how the writing in Ruby goes. If you
Which it
disagree
does.
with Team Ruby, you must be a villain. There's no shades of gray.
How much time building up how much shades of gray there is in this world? Really?
I'm not sensing any shadows.
I mean, their entire thing is colors. You'd think they'd acknowledge that morality isn't black and white, but that's what they did to Raven, too. So,
No treasure chests go unopened.
okay. I don't even know how to get that chest.
You're gonna be off. You're gonna be
Blake's
pressing a lot of
character was to
switches.
show how gray morality could work, so that upsets me.
All right, Cam, you got 10 minutes until
I
usual
do.
stopping time.
Yeah. Here's a checkpoint. Let's just do some side quests while I'm... for the rest of the night, I guess.
Like, if you want me to keep watching Ruby, you're not winning me over because you're disheartening me.
I'm-
You're making it sound like it's
Really?
I'm disheartened.
Honestly, I'm surprised Cam made it this far by this point, but like,
Then we're heading back.
and even though I'm giving it like,
I mean,
I'm
at
still
least I'm
trying-
still always like the first 3 seasons. I can just pretend the rest of the show doesn't exist.
That's literally what everyone else does.
That's a very big portion of the Ruby fan base.
Yeah, like they love to pretend that the fourth.
Season
Like,
1, 2, 3 is
very
over.
few of us.
What the frick
Yeah.
happened in there?
This is the request.
Yeah, very few of us pretend like. Very few of us remember that 4 through everything
I also
exists.
really liked Ruby Chibi, and I'm disappointed they didn't keep that up.
You're
You know what killed it?
excited? Okay.
All that money spent on what's it called? Genlock,
Yeah,
because
Genlock.
they went all out.
I had no interest in Genlock at any point in time. I
Yeah,
still don't.
they went all in on that one, and Ed could have been butt really bad,
Oh, did that one flop?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
was
wasn't the
heavily.
one who didn't care.
heavily.
yeah.
they spent
They put
way
way,
too much
too
on it.
much funding into Genlock.
I remember when I was the last season of Ruby I watched. I remember they were pushing it heavily, and I just did not care.
Performing a fusion.
It was like, oh, a mech anime, yay!
featuring Michael B. Jordan, which I'm pretty sure most of the budget went to.
David Tennant was in
and
there
David
too.
Tennant.
Hey, Devin Tennant was in it?
Yeah, he was
No
the
way.
doctor.
No, I know who David Tennant is.
No,
Oh,
I mean he
oh,
was a
doctor.
doctor in
Oh.
Genlock too.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought you meant the Doctor. I'm like, I know who that is, but
Okay.
okay, that
So I need a
that's
lady.
kind of ironic. He's just a doctor.
A
Huh.
queen mob. Ugh, I hate this. What is with the levels? Like, I absolutely despise that.
Wait. Check your
It's
persona.
annoying, yeah.
Wait, persona list. Check your persona list. Your chatmit.
You wish
Sorry.
to browse
No.
the
Check
entrance.
your.
Yeah, register
the
your
ones you
persona before you start fusing, always.
Because maybe you have too many personas to carry, and you just need to clear some out. So persona enchantment.
Persona
you do that
enhancement,
too.
real quick.
No, this
Or
is fine.
this.
This is fine too.
That works, I
Yeah.
guess.
No,
I
it looks
think
like
he
you had
has
like
one slot.
So that is interesting that you can't make some of them yet.
It must just be that he doesn't have it at a high enough level.
Yeah, no, the problem's the level, guys. It's not the
Okay, yeah.
like that's
Okay.
what
I mean, it's not too bad. It's just annoying because you don't have to deal with this at all in P5 or P5R.
Well,
I've never
this
had
is
to level up something
Well,
just to
this-
get.
they did have to nerf it somehow since you don't do itemized personas or strengthening through the
I
gallows.
mean, they didn't have to nerf it. I do
They
wish
had-
they
they
could have
had
put
to, though.
more. They could have put more personas that didn't show up in battle in.
Well, it's a
here.
Warriors game. They have to pad out somehow to make you keep grinding for.
You
for
wish
more
to browse
gameplay.
the
Dude,
entrance.
without any grinding, this game's already in the 70-hour mark.
This persona has
I
been
know, but
purchased.
it's a
Take look.
Warriors game. That's how they run.
It's got its runtime already. This is easily the longest action RPG I've ever played. Okay, wait, well, maybe Tales of Symphonia, because my first playthrough of that was 99 hours.
So I need a Silky and a Kaiwan.
You may take it with you.
What does she even do with the yen?
Please take a look.
Fortunes?
She puts it in the vault and she swims in it like Scrooge McDuck.
You say that, but this sounds like something she'd do. She's kind of kooky like that. Like, this chick crazy. Frankly, most Persona chicks are crazy. Duly noted. Write that down.
I mean, most of them are kind of ditzy.
Why would they be crazy?
I don't have a Lavenza impression
Well-
in me, but I would love to do some Scrooge McDuck lines after saying that with a Lavenza impression.
No, Lynn, I'm being 100% serious. The entire cast of P4 thinks they're decent chefs and will murder you on accident. 40 and 37.
Rise wasn't a bad chef, she just likes things way too spicy.
Are you sure about that?
How much power will you add?
Oh,
That was the
God.
problem, it was too spicy, right?
Yeah.
The power
Spicy enough
That
to
doesn't mean
almost
it's bad,
kill
it was too
Yukiko.
spicy.
Like, I'm surprised that spoon didn't
How
even
much
melt
power?
carrying that thing.
Okay, so I need to grind Persona points for that request.
Oh, one more beanie done.
Good job.
Okay, well that'll help make that a bit easier at least.
Mm.
Let's see.
Oh, by the way, I found out, like, what's the max for PSP, HP, and all that jazz?
Yeah?
20. 20's the max.
Oh, I've almost maxed out SP then.
Why do you need that
I
many?
think I'm at... I wanna say
Yeah.
8.
Yeah, for these kind of games, because like this Persona plays more like the Dynasty Warrior style games where you fight a horde and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They'll do anything to pad out the game to make
Okay,
you work for it. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is for.
Most of the time I don't really feel like it's too padded. I haven't run into anything that felt like it took way too long to do.
alright, so I'm gonna take care of
yeah.
these off screen before Thursday.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of fun with that,
Oh, for sure. It's gonna cut into my Spider-Man time, damn it.
especially as you face Japanese Tony Stark.
Japanese Tony Stark?
Yeah, he's kind of the bad guy in this game.
Pull up a picture and shove it in Discord because he's Tony Stark.
Yeah, I'll show.
Oh yes, yes, yeah. He literally looks like Tony Stark.
Alright, so this is where I'm gonna end it. This is where my justice ends.
All right. Until next time, Fan Thieves.
I
Bye.